Hey guys, what's up? Narcoleptic23 here, bringing you my first retro game review, and it's gonna be Shaq Fu. Now I know what you're thinking. You've heard about Shaq Fu. You know Shaq Fu. It's a piece of shit. It's the worst fucking game ever spawned on a basketball player's franchise. It is possibly the worst game for the SNES or any video game console ever conceived. And you're right. But that's not going to stop me from fucking reviewing it and telling you how much of a piece of shit it is again. So, let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so I'm playing Shaq Fu. I can't even believe I'm going to put myself through this mental fucking holocaust for you people, but here I go. We've all heard about Shaq Fu. We all know it's fucking horrible. But I'm going to tell you just how fucking horrible it can really get. I'm diving right into the middle of this shit fest. Let's take a look at the story. You guys read, because I'm just too fucking lazy to. That makes fucking sense. I just love the giant Kung Fu sign in the middle of the street, right below the Pepsi sign. Right, you see Pepsi. That's subtlety in advertising, people. I stumbled upon an old Kung Fu dojo with an old man inside. Oh, well, see, now he's got to walk into the Kung Fu dojo, because if you stumbled into an old Kung Fu dojo in the middle of the street in an area you don't even know, what would you do? Walk away? That's fucking stupid. Nice. And here we have your generic Chinese man, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Shaq Fu for using its creative talents to make the most generic Chinese man I've ever seen. Because as we all know, in China, when you're aged over 65 and you're too old for slave labor, you gotta grow one of those forky beards, shave off the top of your head, and just go run a Kung Fu dojo in the middle of the fucking street, waiting for some 7-foot black man to walk inside one day and tell him that he's the magic one and he has to go into another dimension. I mean, this is fucking third-grade stuff, people. Who gives a shit? Alright, so now we get to see the excitement of Shaq trading offhand conversation with this Chinese man for no reason. And he's just inviting him to his all-star game. Right? Idle chit-chat. Ah, goddamn. This game's already boring the shit out of me. Rescue the little boy Nizu. What the fuck are you talking about? Because everybody knows that whenever you walk into a Kung Fu dojo in the middle of the street run by some strange old Chinese man, that there's obviously been a little boy who's been kidnapped and taken to another dimension that you have to rescue. I mean, it's so obvious. How come I couldn't see this before? Ah, crap. Come on, Shaq. Rock it out. No time to explain. Go through this portal. That portal looks like a fucking supply closet, Shaq. I'd watch out if I were you. I think Mr. Kim Jong-il here wants more than just your magic powers. Because every straight Chinese man who has a dojo in the middle of the street with a shaved head and a forky beard and has been waiting for a 7-foot black man to show up to reveal him that he's the magic one has to have a magical portal in the back of their shop in the supply closet that leads to the dimension where the little boy has been kidnapped and is being held hostage so that they can send a black man to go after him because they're too lazy to do it themselves. I mean, how did this script not win an Emmy? I mean, or, I don't know, it's some kind of award. This is the greatest story ever. Shaq enters the second world. What a creative name for an alternate dimension. The second world. So here we go. This is Shaq Fu. This is it. You run around with this shitty pixelated Atari 2600 look-alike Shaq and just fight random generic ass characters. There's only 6 other characters and they're as generic as you can possibly imagine. Like this. I swear to God, if this is not the biggest Skeletor ripoff you've ever seen in your life, then I don't know where the fuck you've been. It's like they just blatantly stole Skeletor, put him in MS Paint, and just put lime green. And that was it. That was the whole process to making this piece of shit character. Alright, let's talk about the game for real now. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say, there is you can pick your difficulty setting But in my experience, I've found no difference between easy and medium and hard. Except for the fact that hard is basically impossible, and easy and normal are just hard as fuck. But it's all hard, you know. There shouldn't be an easy setting, because there really is no such thing as an easy fight in this game. Especially when, like, they tell you the basic buttons, you know, the basic attacks, but they never tell you what your combos are until you reach a game over screen. That's just the bait and switch right there. That's like, the second, what the fuck? Oh, I got timed out? You fucking son of a bitch! Wait, where was I? So they never really do tell you the combos, until you get a game over screen. That's just like, that's bullshit, because that's just tempting you, like, and they'll give you these shitty combos, but you don't know that they're shitty combos, and then you'll go, oh, well, now I learned a new combo, maybe this will help me win. And then you go out, it's the shittiest move you can possibly do, does no fucking damage, and it's a pain in the ass to pull off, and then you play it again. It's just like, it's just trying to trick you into playing it. That's the mark of a really shitty game, when the game just has to trick you into playing the goddamn game. Besides that, look at the backgrounds. Decent, right? Look at the foreground. Decent, right? What the fuck happened to the character models? Was there like zero effort put into these goddamn character models? Or is it just me? Really? Is it just me? Am I the only one who thinks this is like not even SNES worth of being called a character model? For Christ's sake. I mean, more effort went into the little faces on the top than the actual fucking character models. So, a Skeletor with AIDS just whipped my ass. You should stick with hoops. Oh, because that's something a creature from a second dimension would obviously say. So now I guess I've been shamed. And see, here's the other thing. There's two sides of this island. Remember I said there were 6 characters? There's 3 on this side and 3 on that side. Bullshit is, you can't go on that side until you've beaten all 3 of the motherfuckers over here. The other thing is that this game gives you 3 continues. Now, that's not so bad, but what happens is, since characters are so hard, they're going to kick your ass. And then, when you get a game over, you have to beat every single character you've beaten, if any, to advance to where you were before. No longer, not these infinite continue bullshit, no, not the, let's let them practice a bit. There's not even a practice mode, which I found insulting. I mean, I know this is SNES, but for Christ's sake, there could at least be like some kind of tutorial or practice mode. But when you get a game over and you have to beat all these fuckers again, I swear to God, first time around, the game really doesn't look so bad once you look past the fact that it's Shaquille O'Neal in an alternate dimension. But after that, it really isn't so bad. After that, it just gets worse. Because you have to play the same motherfuckers, which you just beat by getting lucky because you don't know shit for combos, and then you have to listen to the same goddamn generic music that plays throughout each one of these fucking levels over and over again. It's enough to just make you want to drill your head full of holes, just hoping to God that you can stop the fucking music. And then, like, I just find that these characters are just, like I said, they're just generic models. I mean, no creativity went into this game whatsoever. And I mean, the thing that most pisses me off, my main reason for hating this game, is just the fact that Shaq is in it. Because if you take Shaq out of this game, and you just replace him with another generic character, and make some type of shitty-ass storyline, it can be as flimsy as fuck. But if you just take Shaquille O'Neal out of there, the game would at least be playable. But as it stands, the story is bullshit. The characters are generic and bland. There really is no creativity in any aspect of this game. The music is horrendous. That difficulty curve is just amazingly brutal. I mean, I don't even know how the fuck I just beat Haji's ass right there. That was just luck. The character dialogue is fucking painful. I mean, it really is just the shittiest things you ever heard in your life.